revelation Babangida made in his book is causing a lot of problem. I repeat, the revelation Babangida made in his book is causing a lot of problem. He said that the coup plotters, Nzogu and Co, wanted to install Awolowo as president, wanted to make Awolowo Nigeria's president if the coup was successful. Babangida did not tag that coup as Igbo coup in his book. These were actors, these were people that had experience, first-hand experience of what transpired then. He did not tag that coup as an Igbo coup in his book. He said that although it took ethnic coloration, unmistakably it took an ethnic coloration because there were no recorded killings in the southeast. He said the intention of the soldiers was for a national concern. It was national, it was not ethnic, it was not of any ethnicity, but somehow it now took an ethnic coloration. For instance, we have 10 soldiers and many are told what to do, but a particular set of soldiers, 10 soldiers, we agreed on, okay, we are going to eliminate these bad eggs in our society. You go to the east, you go to the north, you go to the west. Their intention was to eliminate the bad eggs and make Awolowo president. Follow me. However, after they killed and killed and killed and killed, they killed Ahmed Bello, they killed Tafawa Balewa, they killed most of the top leaders then, both in the southwest and in the north. But in the southeast, we did not record such killings. Although Igbo officers went down, Igbo officers were killed. Now, how come we came to the extent of tagging that coup an Igbo coup? If we are going to sit down and think and look at the scenario that I've painted now, Babangida said in his book that they were not intending to make it was not an Igbo thing. At the concept, the leaders of that coup didn't have Igbo ethnicity in mind. He said even Cardinal Nzogu was more of an Hausa person than an Igbo person. He was born and bred in the north. He spoke Hausa fluently. He was more of an Hausa person. He would not have any kind of hatchet plan to make it an Igbo affair. But the media we had then turned the narrative. Number one, things that control the world. 3 things that control the world. 1 is principle. 2, ideas. 3 is narrative. If you control the narrative, you control anything. So for the past years, the narrative has been that it is an Igbo coup. Although it took an Igbo coloration, does not make it an Igbo coup. Who was going to be installed as president? Awolowo. 3 people have written about this incident and they have consistently said that Awolowo was to be made president. This is a known fact. Another thing he revealed was that as the person in charge, the head of state, his hands were tied as regards the issue of Abiola. He's shifting the blame to Humphrey Nwosu and Abacha. He was afraid maybe they may carry out a coup if he did not do what he needed to do at that point in time. Although he said he took responsibility. These 2 things are the things that are causing big trouble now. Now my focus is on whether that coup is an Igbo coup. We understand that hatred is being planted everywhere. Everybody, Yoruba don't like Igbo, Igbo don't like this and that. And this is what the military has caused. This is what the greediness, the wickedness of some officers, military officers, caused on a particular people. Just because of the 1966 coup, millions of people lost their lives. And there's one thing I want to point out. One of the reasons why I'm doing this broadcast is not because of whether he wrote the book or did the revelation or whatsoever. It's the fact that we are not looking at the bigger picture. We are not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what is the interest of the colonial masters in this matter. You see, Africa must be made to be poor. So let us plant division among them so that they will continue fighting themselves. While we take advantage of their resources, they will fight themselves. There's no technological advancement. There's no agricultural revolution. There's no good governance, and there's no democracy. With this that we are arguing for over 30, 40, 50 years, we have not improved any bit. What Tinubu is doing, trying to do one or two things that he can, with this hatred, with this disdain for each other, we are not going anywhere. Whether it's an Igbo coup or not, the past is the past. Don't let what the British planted and have germinated. That's what we are focused. We are not focusing on how we can liberate ourselves as a people. The real enemy is Britain. BBC was the first newspaper before Ibadan media did their own. BBB first said Igbo coup. Any well-meaning person will understand that that is not an Igbo coup. It just took a coloration. You can just name it Igbo coup. Do you know what headline? You know the power of the media, the power of the headline. Igbo coup. You know what it is? People just think like Igbo people plan this to kill our leaders. They kill our leaders. They see emotional. They will come. Everybody will become emotional. I want to attack the Igbo. Igbo coup has killed a lot. Almost 3 million Igbos were killed as a result of this headline from BBC and Ibadan media. Now we are here today with all the gra. I told you yesterday that all of those that were seated there, I saw Jonathan, so go on, Absalam, I saw Babangida, Obasanjo, and Tinubu. All of them, where they have not been able to fix anything in Nigeria. When we built First Stack, Dubai was a desert. When First Stack was being built, Lagos was being built, Dubai was a desert. If we carry this baggage with us, we are going nowhere. You see, if you think that if my tribe enter, we go focus on my tribe. We are intertwined though. We influence each other with religion. We enter each other with religion. So no matter how you shift all the old railway infrastructure to the southwest, that does not add up to development. You see, the south now then they make the money, the north now then they chop the money. Lagos then they collect highest VAT, but the VAT they have to share it amongst other states. So if you are a rich man, in your family, not only you be rich man, you are still a poor man. No. So don't think, okay, my region is developing. Let them have their region. If like let their region be like that. Since you are in one Nigeria, they will still drag you back. You will not experience true progress. In fact, that your region, it is not only you, because if you do it, only Yoruba will benefit. You just call for disaster. You call for anarchy. So we are all in it together. If we refuse to put this baggage behind our backs, look at me well. So because of me, Onyedikachi, Christian Chukwu, Onyedikachi, because of what Nzogu did, because of what Akinrosi did, because of what whoever Nnamdi Azikiwe did or Juku, you want to come and kill me. You want to deprive me of my right because I'm Igbo. Does that make sense? The colonial masters, they have planted this evil in our minds, and we are carrying this evil up and down. It will stop us from progressing, from thinking forward. The real reason they saw that the regional system was taking another dimension. The development was skyrocketing. Man, Nigeria was moving to another level entirely. These Europeans saw it. I played a video. Maritama Sule said that the Europeans, they are afraid for Africa to get developed, because if Africa is developed, it's a threat to them. We have all the resources, we have everything that we can have. to develop ourselves. But the West, they are afraid. You see Libya and Gaddafi. See what Obama did. When Obama was hitting the Gaddafi, many people were hailing him, hailing. It took years for us to now discover that this was something to sabotage Libya, an African country that is Libya. They had a GDP more than most European countries. Oil, the most successful. Every Libyan had a house. You are being paid money. You are living a good life. They wanted to have an African currency. That's when Obama and Co struck. They wanted to have an African currency. Africa wanted to be independent on its own. This man had Africa in his mind. That's why you see what happened to him. And the way America played that politics, his people were the ones that hunted after him and killed him. So if all of us let's still be dwelling on 1966 is an Igbo coup. No, it's not Igbo. Igbos are wicked. Igbos, see, all those things we if we still dwell on that, we are still foolish. If you cannot divide Nigeria, stop talking about the 1966 coup. If you cannot divide Nigeria, stop talking about it, because it looks foolish. It looks stupid. If you don't like a certain people, let them go. If you want to keep on peddling lies about the Igbo coup and everything, Igbo coup, Igbo this, let them go. Look at what Babangida said about Abacha. Abacha is not alive, but he said a lot of things. Abacha is like he's pushing the blame to Abacha. We keep on pushing blame upon blame without getting things done. When will we leave all these Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa thing and focus on the main thing, how we can develop ourselves, our region, and how the black man can be free from this neo-colonialism? They are all there, they are happy, they are clapping. They are happy that people are fighting. Yoruba not agree for Hausa, Hausa not agree for Igbo. That is what the Europeans want. And we are here seated, professors of foreign studies. Professors will be blaming this. Igbos are this, Igbos are this, Igbos are that. Would you call an Igbo coup that they wanted to install Awolowo as president? Would you call that? Think very well. Would you call that an Igbo coup? They wanted to install Awolowo as president, and you are calling that an Igbo coup. For me, that doesn't make sense. Some people had to play smart. Some Igbo officers or whoever that were sent to had to play smart. Okay, you are saying it's a lie. 3 people wrote this book and they confirmed it, that it was actually to install Awolowo as president. You are now saying, why is it that an Igbo officer now took over? The Igbo officer that took over stopped the coup and arrested the coup plotters. So, what else do you want to hear again? Okay, he did not prosecute them, he did not do them, he did not this, don't do that. I hear you. Now, let's move on. If we do not recognize that the real problem that we are facing today is that enmity that they have planted in us, we will never go anywhere. That's why I'm calling for the change of this system. Let us disband this union. This union is not working and would not work with the kind of things the kind of mentality we have. The old generation had that evil mind, and they are even planting it amongst our young people. The old generation, they have that evil mind for themselves. They're even planting it, trying to pass it to the next generation. If we continue like this, we are going to repeat history. And remember, tables always turn. Tables always turn. Let us take away this enmity from our hearts. Let's find ways of resolving these issues. How can we resolve this issue? Let us restructure this country. That is the only thing. If let somebody come tomorrow and say Babangida is lying, that one does not concern me. You know why it doesn't concern me? Because it is your perspective. You know why it doesn't concern me? Because those leaders don't represent us. I've said it. A Tinubu's government now, a Fulani president will come tomorrow and start suffering the Yorubas. Does Tinubu actually represent the Yorubas? Many Yorubas voted against Tinubu. Does Tinubu actually represent the Yorubas? That's the question we need to ask. But it doesn't represent the Yorubas. If they were to have an Oduduwa nation today, Oduduwa nation and we were to have votes, a free and fair election, Tinubu will not win the election. An additional or an Osibajo will win. That's when you know that all these APCs that are defending Tinubu, they are defending Tinubu because of the other tribes. They themselves, they don't send Tinubu. I've told you, I've said it before. All this, when you see Tinubu on your man, that mandate, they don't stand on any mandate, man, I tell you. You need to understand the Southwesterner. They don't stand on any mandate. I've been with them all my lives. I've worked, I've played politics with them. I understand what I'm talking. So, you will not say because of the action of Tinubu, you now blame the whole Yoruba. It doesn't make sense. People that use that thinking cap will have to look at it that this man runs an ambition devoid of the Yoruba people. Or whatever he's doing in the Southwest is spreading his tentacles. Look at what happened in Lagos State House of Assembly. Allow the governor operate now. We hear that the Merenda has resigned. Resigned so that Obasa will take over Abi. Because order from above. Why order from above will not allow them resolve their issues? That's just it. So the actions of those leaders, because personally, my point is that that wasn't an Igbo coup. That wasn't, some people played ethnicity, but that wasn't an Igbo coup. That was a national coup. I told you that one of the reasons why Nzogu wanted to even eliminate the Ahmad Bello is because of these their movements, Islamic fundamentalists, whatever, that he suspected a plan to run that jihadism in the northern part of Nigeria. That's my opinion. So if Ibadan media or if the BBC continue peddling those lies, that is their problem. That is their problem. They have been lying to us over and over. What of Jesus now? We have been lied to over and over again that Jesus is white. We have been lied to for decades. So it's possible they can lie to you. Now we know that Jesus is not white too. Jesus we are serving is not white. The truth is eventually coming out. See all of them. People that failed our generation. They are coming out to tell us some things and we cannot use our brain. We that are coming up, we cannot use our brain and look at how we can forward ourselves and our lives. If I'm preserving my culture and you represent my culture, you respect my culture and you preserve, okay, 3 people living, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba living together. We know our boundaries, but our focus is on advancing the human development and also advancing our societies. Can't we work together? Don't you see America? How they are advancing? Is everybody having the same culture or religion? Are they not advancing? Is everybody having resentment among themselves? Nobody. But we cannot run this country with resentment. We cannot run this country with bad belly. If you hold the Igbo down, I know the Nigeria needs to apologize to the Igbos. I'm telling you. Deal with the officers. Deal with them. Execute them. But for killing 3 million Nigerians. Babangida said in his book, what is the reason for the Biafra war? Because Gowon could not protect the Igbos in the north. I agree with that one. Gowon could not protect the Igbos, the killing of Igbos in the north. A few officers ran rogue, did some rubbish, and you had to go and start facing Igbos and start killing. That is a mad person mentality. It's a mad people mentality. You started killing your people because military. Are you running? The military is it ethnical, or are we running an ethnic military then? Officers, all of them from all aspects, respects, were in the military. Was it an Igbo military? Or was it an Hausa military? Was it a Yoruba military? Some officers, more of the officers that were mentioned in that book, most of them were not Igbos. I saw 3 Igbos in that book. If I'm adding Nzogu. Almost 4 Igbos were also killed in the coup. So will somebody come and tell me that the justification for reacting to what these people did, reacting to the atrocities they committed, so the justification is to kill millions of people? So who caused the Biafra war? Go on. You don't even sign Aburi Accord. You renege on the Aburi Accord. Awolowo, that was supposed to be installed as president, played his own game. He told Azikwe, don't come to my region. He played his own game. A typical Southwesterner, he played his own game. Go on, you are alive. They accuse you of causing the Biafra war. He said that you refused to defend and protect the lives of Igbos in the north. That's why Ojukwu declared the Biafra war. Case closed. Can we move on from this? That's why I said I don't rate Nigerian leaders. I don't rate them at all. All of them with their agbada, with their steeds, they have not been able to fix anything in this country. Anything. One. They have not been able to invent anything in Africa. One. Invention. If it's for paparazzi, they will be doing paparazzi up and down. They are no different with our youths. Youth that's nothing. The government clueless, youths clueless. When it comes to doing carnival or doing birthday party, you see them there. When the government of China is going out with his men, you see innovators going with him, brands going with him. But when your president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going out with his men, you see businessmen. Aliko Dangote. What has Aliko Dangote invented in this life, if not taking advantage? He said Babangida opened the door for them, made them billionaires, brought them into the room, gave them oil licenses, banking licenses. When we were young, they were deceiving us that Dangote suffered push barrel. People were lying to us when we were young. Dangote suffered. Dangote, that the father is one of the richest people. Dangote, that they just gave them opportunity. The military just give them opportunity to blossom. No invention from any of these people. Whatever they are using there, they did not invent it. If not for the style of clothes that forefathers invented in the southwest, no single thing can you add to their name. All of them there, good for nothing. We are talking about people are going to the moon, people are going to the sky, people are look at revolutions. People are creating apps. People are AI definition, everything. People are going far. We are talking about you kill our leader. Don't let me swear for una will be Nigerians. Don't let me swear for una this morning. You are talking about you killed our leader. You killed our leader. Have you eaten this morning? Is the economy better this morning? Is that not the most important thing? You killed which rubbish leader? You allow the British plant these things in your mind, and you don't even know where you are again. British is just deceiving us. They are laughing at us, fighting over who killed who annulled which election, who did which one, who did which one. You don't know that there's a plan to keep you in perpetual bondage. With your resources, you are still in bondage and owing money, and one of the poorest countries. That should be a thing of concern, not 1966 coup. They know that if they plant tribal hatred, it will take till thy kingdom come. You people that you think that the Hausa and Yoruba, after calling it an Igbo coup, they are suppressing the Igbos. After go on causing the Biafra war, they are suppressing the Igbos. Do you think if you hold the man down, you can move forward? You cannot move forward. These are one of the things I said. Nigeria cannot move forward because it has a lot of baggage with it. Take away this baggage and restructure this country. That's the only thing that is going to happen. That's the only thing that is possible. Take away these resources, these baggages, and restructure this country. Check it out than dwelling on past this one. I'm Jagaban. Yeah, Jagaban, what have you invented? And they ask question. What have your generation fixed? Some people have fixed it hundreds of years ago. The light we're talking about, some people had to invent it out of nothing. So they made the work easier for us. For us to carry that technology, we have resources and put it in our country, we cannot. The people that invented it are not making much, but you invent nothing. Cluelessness. Or just to steal, to be wicked, to eat, to sleep with your wife and have girlfriends and start speaking baby grammar and nothing. God help us. What Babangida revealed is not necessary. The most important thing is how can we make life better for ourselves. If you say it is because of the past, if we forget to know what happened in the past, we are bound to repeat it. Continue knowing what happened in the past and don't focus on the future. Continue and let it repeat itself. So you want to ask it, you don't worry, continue.